There you go. One. Okay, 2 more. Keep it close. 2. 1 more. 3. Nice. So I thought I'd make another quick video about training older and elderly people. Suzie in the video there, she's not what I'd call elderly necessarily, but getting up there. And what prompted me kind of to put her in the video was that she has quite a few issues, we'll say, specifically joint issues. When she was younger, she broke one of her elbows, and that elbow can't go even to 90 degrees. It goes like about there. That's as far as it can go. It's not a mobility issue, it's just when she broke it, it never healed properly. So that's where it goes. So we really have to work around issues, and with a lot of elderly people, they're going to have issues typically. There are very few elderly people you'll find who have no mobility restrictions, no health restrictions of some sort. So with her, for example, still want her to press, still want her to row. So with presses, we press off pins. We set the pins so she's in a position where she can actually press from, go from there. And typically I wouldn't like to work partial ranges of motion with elderly people, but it's better than nothing, for sure. So our partials, we work. Same with rows, we have a row just as far as she can get her elbow back, and that's it. But there's ways to still work the muscle through the full range of motion, especially with the back and stuff, where she couldn't fully contract her arms back because her elbows don't bend. There's other ways to get around that. We can do reverse flies, for example, just looking at full contraction, different widths of lat pull down, stuff like that. So you really have to just kind of use your imagination a little bit sometimes and still try to hit muscles as best you can. We use machines, we use, like I said, pressing off pins, we do things like that just to hit the muscle. There's nothing wrong with using machines, especially for old people. It can be, it's easier for one thing, there's less technique involved. I prefer to use free weights, of course, and as you saw with her, we use mostly free weights, but we do use machines quite often too, just because, again, we can hit certain muscle groups a lot easier. Not everyone's a snowflake. You don't need to be doing these like magical exercises with them, but people do have individual differences and individual weaknesses. With her also, because of that one elbow, the one side of her body, in her upper body I should say, is quite underdeveloped, and that's caused issues. One lat's stronger, the rhomboid on one side is stronger, stuff like that. Traps stronger on one side. So we do a lot of single arm stuff too. It's really simple. We're doing like croc rows, for example. You can be able to pull your elbow back that far for those. So we'll do croc rows, we'll do single arm presses, we'll do single arm like shoulder raises, stuff like that. It's what it is. Every time I try to make a video, this thing makes noise, I swear to God. Anyway, so the other part I want to talk about this is convincing older people to train. A lot of older people, especially depending on how old they are, when they grew up, kind of see weight training in a negative light. And a lot of times you really have to just convince them that training is good for them. Talk about, especially with women, talk about bone health. Talk about osteoporosis, stuff like that. If you have a grandma or a grandpa, just show them videos of other people their age lifting. That's one of the easiest ways I convince people to start lifting, especially lifting heavy. A lot of people, when they're older, so they're afraid their back's going to break. And what I tell them is that they're more likely to break their back fucking moving their furniture around their house because they're weak than they are deadlifting in the gym. It's a relatively safe environment as long as you're smart about it. So yeah, that's my best advice. If you have a grandparent, show them other people their age or even older deadlifting weight. There's a video went around a year or two ago, and it's like a grandma, she's super old, she's in her 90s or something, deadlifting 225. Show them that and kind of, not shame them, I don't think you should shame people into working out, but show them the light, so to speak, and get them in the gym. It can really make a difference. It can save their life. In the last video about elderly, I talked about the get up drill. That can literally save their life if they were to fall. Stuff like that. And it just makes their life so much easier. Even if you increase their strength very minimally, it'll make a huge impact on their life. If you increase their overall body strength by 10%, that's, A, could add years to their life, B, make those years way more enjoyable. That's about it. So, point of this, find their weaknesses, find their issues, work around them, try to improve them if you can. If their mobility issue is nothing more than lacking mobility, nothing to do with actual joint degradation or anything like that, work on mobility a shit ton. Stuff like that, just use common sense. Don't try to be making them max out all the time on deadlifts. Don't push things too fast. They don't need to go fast. You don't need to maximize their beginner gains or muscle mass. Don't worry about that so much. Just get them in the gym, make it a habit for them, and watch them improve. So that's it. Maybe I'll make a part 3 if you guys have any questions about training elderly people. If anything specific, I could try to make a video on it. If you have anything other than that, peace out, guys. I love you all. Oh shit.